Good morning, it's MJ, the creator of the Crow Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me this beautiful Saturday morning. It is June 8th, and this is the general reading for the collective. And I've already shuffled quite a bit this morning, but I'm going to shuffle a little bit more because I feel like until I hit that record button, it's like that's when I can really set the intention for today's reading, and that is to create a reading for you that adds value, that perhaps gives you some new ideas, maybe some actionable ideas, and provides something like, that perhaps gives you a new way of seeing your situation. So the first card I'm going to pull is the Foundation card, and this is the card, or rather the energy that brought you to the dance. It may still be with you at the dance. It may have left, but this is how you got to your current situation. Now, your current situation is one, that may be with you at this very moment. It may be 2 hours away. It may be a couple days away. It's like a weather system, and because this is for the collective, this is going to be very general. You may actually, you may feel that weather system. You may not. It may be a couple hours north of you. So let's see what we have going on. Look who shows up again. The Hierophant. Interesting. Okay. And finally, the next card we have is the Advice card, and this is the energy that the crows, when they go through the veil, they look for pieces of information that will help you in this current time, that will help you either feel inspired, that will help you, move forward, take action, or perhaps things that you could do that would ease any friction. So interesting. All major arcana cards. Okay, let's get started, shall we? So we start off here with this energy of the Magician, and this is a very potent energy. This is one where you had the power within you, and you felt that power within you. I mean, like you felt it like surging through you, right? And because of that, you were able to immediately recognize what you had at your disposal. You were able to see that you had the material possessions that you needed to create something. You had the emotional support, you had the mental clarity to create a path, and you had the creative mind of somebody who has a vision for something spectacular. And because of that, you were able to combine these forces and whether you realized it or not, you set into motion a chain of events that led you to this moment in time. I mean, some people recognize when they're in this power, right? And they harness it. Some people fall into it and like all of a sudden they're like, wow, how did I all of a sudden land that job that I'm totally not qualified for? It's like that is the energy of the Magician. It's like you may not even realize what you're doing when you're doing it, but you're there creating it, and it happens. And it's because your heart was pure at this time. It's because you recognized everything that you have around you, and all of these opportunities. And also you see these mountains here in the background. This means that this was something that was unavoidable. You were going to create this somehow, some way. It was yours to be, to bring into this world. This was something that you were able to rise up, and I think of this almost like destiny. But it was only because you pulled this stuff together. Had you not recognized your opportunity, or had you not placed all of this stuff in motion, I kind of think of this like as baking, right? Where you pull all these ingredients together from other places and you mix it together and then you put it in the oven. So this was a time when you pulled all your ingredients together, and whether you realized it or not, you put it in the oven, and what came out was very delicious. So whether you knew what you were doing or not, it does not matter. What does matter is that the event took place. And you're now in this place here of the Hierophant. So this is a time now that you're to learn and get creative, get curious rather, and get creative in how you learn. Learning doesn't have to be all, books or, going to take a class. There are many ways of learning these days. We live in a vibrant era where learning is as simple as picking up your phone and opening up a PDF. So this is just an amazing time for you because you're in this place of expanding on what you created. You have it within you to take whatever this was, whatever ball of energy that you took and transformed into something magical. You're now ready to take that and grow and learn from it and develop your knowledge in a way that will bring you to a place of success. So the energy that the crows bring back here is that you're on your way to creating an ending that will be worth celebrating. It's going to be an ending that will move you out of one phase of your life into another. You're in the learning phase right now. You're in this stage of life where you're just absorbing as much information as you can. It's like this big, giant download of information. And it's time for you to take that information and apply it to whatever it was, whatever this was that you sparked. This is like, so, this could have been anything when you think about it. Like, this could have been, in itself, a change in your life, a significant moment in time where if you look back, you'll know, like, this will be like the mark, right? Where you go, okay, well, there was the time before this giant lightning strike and now the time after. So if you think about this time when you brought things together, this could have been that moment. Like, have you ever just been so frustrated in life and then you're just like, God, my God, something has got to give. Something has to move. Something has to shift, right? And in that moment, all of a sudden you get ideas of how to make your life better. And then you start acting on that. So it was that energy that I feel like it exploded out of you. Whether it's like, I'm trying to figure out the best way to explain this, because if you felt that, have you ever felt that feeling? Like when you're just so like ready to move on, that you can almost feel that energy kind of shoot out from you, right? I've had that feeling where, I've had that feeling a couple of times. The first time was when I really wanted to have a child and my partner didn't. And I was just so like I was like, I want a child. And I thought I was never going to have one. And at 38, I got pregnant. And I swear it was because I put that out there to the universe. And I, not to go into a long, boring detail, but I did draw from all these elements and changed my life. And it happened again when, when my daughter and I were in a very tough situation financially. And, it was like, I just remember just like at the brink of tears and just thinking like something has got to give. I feel like when we're at that moment, that's where we create that magic. We can do it now. We can do it anytime. For those of you who are just naturally magical and you know when to pull all of your ingredients together, and mix them up, you can do that with an intention, or you can do that on purpose. But for some of us who, until we learn how to, manage our magic, or how to use our magic, on demand, some of us, what happens is that we create it without even realizing it. And so that's what I kind of get this vibe, is that you set into motion something because something had to go, like something, you were frustrated, and out of that frustration, you called up and you're like, I need help. And your guides were like, all right, well, we're going to give you some information. We're going to show you where your material possessions are, or your material, where you can draw from that side of your life. We're going to help you out emotionally. We're going to give you some strength here. And we're going to help you see your the solutions more clearly. And we're going to give you some creative ideas. And because you have a pure heart and you're strong, we're going to help you. And so this is where I really get that vibe, where it was like something transformed in your life. And because of that transformation, you find yourself now in this place of desiring more knowledge. It's like you kind of moved over, you made it over that hump, but you're not quite there yet. And the way to get there is through learning and through seeking out mentors and people who have been down that road before, or somebody who, if there's like a seminar going on in your neighborhood or your city, if there's some way that you can find information anywhere, anyhow, anyway, just find that information. Find your teachers, and that teacher can come in any form. It doesn't have to be in a classroom. I mean, it literally can be, if you find somebody who inspires you, that's your teacher. Anybody who inspires is a teacher. Not all teachers inspire, but anybody who inspires is a teacher. So use that inspiration. Find it, develop it with all of your heart. Because when you do, not only will you then be able to return the favor to those who seek inspiration, right? That's when you climb up here, and then you get to be that person who helps others. And I can tell you, there's nothing greater than that. So when you are in this place of learning and understanding and getting that key of knowledge. So I've had people ask me before on this card, what does the key symbolize? Well, it's the doorway to knowledge. And so that's the key to your success, right? Is gaining as much wisdom as you can. I mean, like drink it all in. I mean, it's like as if it was like a magic fountain and you had an unquenchable thirst. It's like, this is a time to really just dive in deep. Because what the crows are coming back with here is that when you do that, when you embrace this place of knowledge, when you take this, like whatever the situation was that led you here, that you're like this moment in time that just shook your world, and you're now ready to learn. When you I don't want to say reach enlightenment, because that's not, but when you gather enough information that you feel confident in your skills and you feel like you're ready to move on to teach others, that's when you're going to find that your life is going to move into a new direction, and there will be infinite possibilities for you. I mean, this does take time. This world does not happen, instantly. These are the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac, which indicates, this isn't going to happen magically overnight. It will. There was magic involved, and it got you to this place, and it's going to take you even further. It's like, God, it's like you're at this wonderful moment. And so embrace this time, be a student, embrace your life as a student right now, and absorb as much as you can, because this is going to change the direction of your life. And it will be one that will be worth celebrating. You will feel victorious, and it's going to create a new phase. So like, I don't believe that like people are like, oh, our life is like a book with many chapters. I feel like for many of us, life is like a series of books, and in each series there's a chapter. So for me, what I'm looking at here is this is one of the series of books. This is a series. So this is one of the books in this. That didn't even make sense. This is one of the books in the series. So, it's like, and you're ready for the next book once you complete this task. and then the next book will have many chapters in it. So just looking at this here, yeah, this is a wonderful way to start the weekend. So maybe a good time to go to, check out some books, go to the bookstore, look and see who's giving any talks in your area on subjects that you're interested in. You're ready to move ahead. You're ready to move into a new direction. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I hope this reading was helpful and informational, or provided information. I really do need to get another cup of coffee and get my weekend started. So much love to you, and bye for now. Peace.